so they can make 3 tire changes. I've got fuel data as well. Fast repairs are an interesting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with Old Glory Truck Series. We're in the New Atlanta tonight. Got myself, Mark, in the booth for Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Got Grant in here with me. Grant, how are you doing this evening, sir?
Doing all right.
All right, well, we are wrapping up practice as we speak, and we will get on to qualifying. So you said we have 120 laps tonight, right, Grant?
That is correct.
All right. Tell us a little bit more besides the fast repair thing.
We have 65% on the fuel tanks this evening. From my fuel data, that will make it that if you lead the whole entire time, you'll have only enough fuel to do 34 laps. Otherwise, I can see people stretching it to even 37. They're really in the back of the pack. They may be able to stretch it to 38 laps. They have 4 sets of tires, so they can make 3 tire changes, which is an interesting one here because this is New Atlanta. It is a super speedway with tire wear. So it will be interesting to see how they can manage these tires.
All right. And so now I know nobody can ever calculate this, but what are the chances of you being able to calculate how many laps per set of tires? We're talking good racing, not all over the track.
It's really going to be based on how everyone's pace is. But if you want my honest opinion, you're wanting tires each time you come down to get fuel.
All right. Well,
you
then
could probably do the bare minimum I would do is 30 laps on a set of tires.
Okay. Okay.
Because since you only have 4, which is including the set you start with, you're going to run out of tires if you take them early.
And I know we weren't talking much about the fast repairs, but let's dig into this. So they can. You said that there were unlimited fast repairs, right?
Yes.
They can just go all out
every time they get damaged. Yes, they could go all out if they really wanted to. I am noticing that on the broadcast here that your trading paints has not updated.
All right, I will update it right now. Thank you for that.
Because the 77 is supposed to be the Swedish fish truck.
Well, like some racers like to say, I got a little bit of a late start, sir. But we are getting that taken care of right now. We will be seeing all those beautiful paint schemes very shortly.
Yes, so do be advised if you do notice the stream start lagging, that is the reason why.
All right, so tell us, what do you know about the New Atlanta?
While I have said in the past that it is a super speedway, it was reconfigured a few years ago to be this way. But based on the speed and the amount of banking and turning you're having to do, it's actually using up your tire. So because of that, you'll actually burn that right rear tire more and more as the race goes on, and it will just make the truck or car, depending on what you're in, just get looser and looser.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something to keep a look at. Thank you for that. See, I always ask your opinions on the tracks because you know them a lot better than I do, sir.
Yes. These trucks, since I kind of do more trucks than the other NASCAR series, Atlanta is a track you will be flat out. You could save some of your tire by like lifting a little bit, not being 100% on your gas pedal. But the problem is, of course, you're not full throttle while everyone else is. So it's a big toss-up of how things happen.
And Philip Willis in the chat said it's lagging, and I apologize for that. I had to reload my paints for my guys on the track, so with an extra program running, it did kind of lag a little bit. I apologize.
But we can go through the starting order.
Yes, we can. So first we have got Cody Brown, followed by James Manderud in second, Joseph Tucker in third, Balin Powell in fourth, Christopher Alkire in fifth. Grant, who else we got?
Matthew Warhol is in sixth. Chris Isaacs is in seventh. Christopher Nice is in eighth. And Larry Contortis Jr. is in ninth. And I am showing that Lyle Mitchell is
race control.
He is indeed race control, but due to a small error, he had to join as a driver so he could be race control. So he will not be racing with us tonight. I believe the broadcast has cleared up. Yes, the broadcast, in regards to the delay, the broadcast is now going through gridding the field right now. We do apologize again for the lag.
It will catch up very shortly. That is
Yep.
But right now we are in the midst of our formation lap. These guys are getting ready to go. Now, we definitely wanted to come in and broadcast the New Atlanta race tonight. Got some nice truck paint schemes out there. And then we will definitely go through these guys once they get to racing. Haven't seen Manderud out there in a while. Definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do on the track tonight.
Agreed. Pace car's off. We are Green Flag Racing.
All right, and here we go with the green flag tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have got Cody Brown in that first position, but looks like, nope, that is the 51 of Manderud, who is taking the outside lane on these guys. But he is not, pushing the envelope right now. So that means we've got Cody Brown up in that first position, Joseph Tucker right behind him, Chris Alkire in the Navy machine. Is that a Ford? A U.S. Navy Ford. Alrighty.
Yep. We have a yellow.
First caution of the evening is out.
Nice show it being for the 11 car.
If you want to bring that up, we can check it out. Looks like it just went off track. May not have been much of a big incident.
No. I actually have it up right now. Right in it with Balin Powell. Coming out of turn 4, it kind of looked like, from going back, that he was just caught in. Oh no, I'm wrong. The 3 of Chris Isaacs misjudged the tri-oval and hit the outside wall, and there was nowhere for Balin Powell and the 12 of Larry Contortas Jr. to go. Just send Balin Powell down the infield into the grass. Almost hitting the pace car.
Well, but that is okay. He can do that.
And it looks like all 3 trucks that were involved are coming down pit road right now.
Not Chris Isaacs.
Is something wrong with your SDK, sir?
Yes, I'm seeing that now. Like what? I couldn't get it up on our side-by-side screen. I know that. Yeah, that was weird.
It's all right. Looks like we're going to be getting the 1 to go call right now.
Awesome. That means we will be getting back to green flag racing with these guys. See what we can do here. Yeah, I like Cody Brown. Trying to see what that is on the front of his car.
Looks like a bald eagle. It says Screaming Eagle on the front of his truck.
And then you got James Mandarood and the Mandarood Racing number 51. You got Joseph Tucker in the Reaper number 13.
As we are back green flag racing.
Now we're back green flag racing, sir. With Cody Brown in
I'm
first,
a little
Joseph Tucker in
ahead of you,
second,
sorry.
Christopher Allkire in third, James Mandarud in fourth, Matthew Warhol in fifth, Larry Cantoris Jr. in sixth, Chris Isaacs in seventh, Balin Powell in eighth, and Christopher Nice in ninth. There's the beloved Swedish fish we were looking for earlier.
Yep. Looks like everyone's going single file for right now.
So Philip Willis on the chat said that the number 3 of Chris Isaacs and the number 43 of Christopher Allkire have the best paint schemes. Let's go ahead and check them out. Definitely got the Genesis Aviation. Got a nice shine to that one on the number 3. And then, my personal favorite, he's got our logo on the truck bed.
Yes, he does.
Just always touches my heart. Thank you, Chris Isaacs. And then you got
still Cody Brown leading the race.
Yeah, but we're looking at paint schemes now, sir.
See if there's. Oh, don't know why that wasn't loading right for me. The 79 being a the Patronus fuel oiler livery truck.
That is an interesting name because as a nerd, it makes me think of Harry Potter.
Yes, I have thought that too.
Go up to him. What's your Patronus? A gas pump. Oh, well, okay.
We have a change for the lead here. Joseph Tucker taking the lead now.
Oh, yeah, and you got Tucker and Cody Brown battling it out side by side there for that first spot. And then you got Mandarud and Allkire in there behind them, giving them both a very good push. Definitely some good racing out here tonight so far, ladies and gentlemen. We are 10 laps in out of 120. And unless they have some cautions, this is going to be a green flag pit race.
Yes. And because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why we see Cody Brown being on the outside, possibly trying to get maybe to the back, be put into the draft. Because fuel mileage is probably going to be a factor for this race.
Oh, yeah. I definitely agree with you.
I do want to mention something because I bet some people will notice it in the tri-oval. The tri-oval here is very, very... It's like an optical illusion in some cases.
Go on.
Your brain will tell you to go down to the grass, but here it is a super speedway. That red line is the limit. That is the end of track limit. So you'll see people try to apex that, but it's going to be very difficult for them to make sure that they don't go too wide and possibly hit someone else. It doesn't help that it's not banked either, so it can make your truck be very loose down there.
Yeah, and I definitely love the bank tracks. But Atlanta is always an exciting track to watch these guys, and Old Glory has some good exciting races.
Yes.
And Philip Willis said Isaacs takes the win for paint scheme for the night. I mean, in our hearts and minds, yes, he does.
We cannot confirm or deny because we'll probably give them the commentator's curse.
that case, go pace car. I'm saying the pace car is going to
win. Be careful what you say. Someone could bring the pace, have a livery of the pace truck out there.
Oh, I would. I would totally do that.
And you would love someone's paint scheme, because someone has made the pace truck as a paint scheme.
I would run it every week.
Currently 2x2 for 3 lanes here. Cody Brown leading the outside lane with the 43 of Christopher Alkire and the 3 of Chris Isaacs.
It actually looked for a second that Alkire might have been wanting to go 3 wide, but he decided against it, I believe.
Yeah, he could be just trying to get a little bit of air to his engine.
Yeah. Now, what are the chances of a 3 wide? What are the chances of a 3 wide here?
Here, it's worse than Daytona. It is not made for true 3 wide racing. You could do it in real life, but here with online and netcode, it would just be a nightmare.
Okay, got it.
As we see the 13 of Joseph Tucker go to the outside lane. Now, the outside lane, if they stay grouped together well enough, that actually will help save a little bit more tire being up there.
And just look at the choreography here. When they come around that turn, these guys are definitely, they're in tight and they know how to run. You know, and a lot of these guys race together all the time. So, you know, they...
Oh, and the 43's in the wall and it's hit Chris Isaacs.
Oh, ow. That looks like it hurt it just a little bit.
Looks like he saved it.
No, they both did save it.
Had a few trucks there check up to try not to get into it. Those being Christopher Nice and Larry Cantortis Jr. So those 3 are going to be out of the pack now. Another truck to be watching now is Chris Isaacs. He does have a bit of front right damage, so his aerodynamics are not going to be too helpful right now.
Well, and hopefully he can utilize one of those fast repairs to get that taken care of.
Yeah, he can, but for right now, he's probably just going to have to wait until a pit stop.
Oh, okay.
Because if he pits now, he's all alone, and he'll have no draft. Now, there is a chance here, and I'm trying to look at the data here. It is looking like he is slowly catching this pack of 5 up front here.
Yeah, it actually does look, because he is he was about a second back. Now he is about 9/10 of a second back from Joseph Tucker, and that's kind of varying. But he looks to be picking it back up now. And he might be pushing it a little harder in the turns.
Yeah. I will say the truck is easier to drive without the draft than with the draft. But the difference is, of course, that you have higher speed in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
We see Joseph Tucker going around the outside here. And I'm still showing data that Chris Isaacs is catching the field, and I would say he's part of it now. You'll hear terms like parachute probably from me for the rest of the night. Because that's just what it will feel like with the aerodynamics. But it is a surprise that the damage did not affect Chris Isaacs enough that he would lose the draft. You still see Joseph Tucker here going around the outside of most of these trucks, falling in a line into P3, and is kind of being forced down below the red line.
Ooh.
And he's backing out of it.
Now, what happens if they go down past the red line?
As long as they slow down, like he did there and not advance his position, he will not be penalized.
Okay, good.
But there is the danger of being forced down there. It looked close enough that he probably was possibly forced down there and could have actually held his line there. But he was probably thinking long run here.
Yeah, and that's always a good thing to look for. But right now we've got James Mandarud up in that first spot, followed by Balin Powell in second, Cody Brown in third, Matthew Warhol in fourth, Chris Isaacs in fifth, Joseph Tucker in sixth, and then come back, you got Christopher Alkire in seventh, Larry Kantoris in eighth, and Christopher Nice in ninth.
We're getting to the point. I have been trying to figure out your answer to the question earlier of when the tires really do fall off. I think it's about lap 18 to 20 is when you'll start seeing these guys start really struggling on their tires. Because I've been seeing them go all over the place in the turns right now.
So depending on, what their strategy is, fuel-wise, but we've got 34 to 37 laps. You got a 120 lap race. Now, many people would think that would be the perfect conditions, but then you've got caution laps. So, people got to take that into consideration. So if you, hit right at lap 90 and you say, okay, I've got just enough fuel, but there are 2 cautions, you're done. Like, you literally have to rethink your whole strategy.
Yes. Pretty much strategy is always changing. I would say corner by corner, but it's probably more lap by lap.
And we got Philip Willis out in the chat. This dude he's got some good points. So this is his home track. And he responded to my pace car idea with the pace car is the devil.
Yes. Oh, the 79's in the wall. This is getting to the point. I think Joseph Tucker saved his tires the best here, being able to stay on that outside lane. And I think he might clear the 51 of James all by himself using side drafting.
It's going to be a close one. These guys are good, but if you look, he did clear them, but he had Chris Isaacs in the 3 and the 79 of Matthew Warhol actually pushing him right there for that last little push.
Yeah. When the tire wear really becomes a factor, you'll notice that everyone will start doing single file like they are right now. Because the tire wear is so great that they can't stay side by side.
Okay. Yeah, because then they don't have any grip on the track, whether it be mechanical or force-based.
Yes. We're looking that we could have pit stops happen in probably the next, I'd say, 5 laps. We did just pass lap 30.
Yeah, a few laps ago. We're on 32 right now. So, yeah, it looks like it would be happening pretty shortly. Because most of the guys, for the most part, didn't pit in that early race caution.
Yeah, only 3 people did, and I think all I saw from them was them taking fuel. I'm overhearing word, yep, the 43 has come into the pits this time. All by himself, but he probably thinking about that damage he received.
Yeah, and that might be a smart strategy, too.
Yes.
When the other guys go ahead and, take down pit lane, if they do it as a pack, he is not only is he a lap ahead of them, you know, he has got the little bit of a advantage to advance or to get to the front. So.
I'm overhearing the leaders coming in this time.
And he is. Yep. Like you're psychic.
Now it looks like they are doing the traditional NASCAR rule here. Because there's not a big apron for pit entry, that they are technically entering pit road into turn 3.
Okay.
I have dealt with that in one other league, and it actually has helped out in regards to knowing who's pitting and all that. We got others taking in. We've got the 51 who's around going into pit entry.
Ooh.
He didn't hit anything
yet.
But we got the 3 and the 12 as well coming in.
And add Christopher Nice as well added to that, the number 77.
Yes.
But that's going to leave Matthew Worrell out there in first, along with Cody Brown in second and Cantorish Jr. in third. Definitely give these guys a good little chance.
Waiting to see if we have any more takers down pit road. Still only have 3 trucks who haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, wondering
Matthew
how
Warren,
long
Cody
they can.
Brown.
Wondering how long they can last. It actually looks
Actually,
like Worrell's
coming down right now.
Yep. Oh, and I see what you mean about that pit road scenario.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting, though. It looks like it almost looked like the leader, Matthew Warhol, might have gotten really close on speeding on pit road there. It is leaving Larry in the 12 truck all by himself leading this race. But he's actually been now in the draft of 2 other trucks, so he's saving even more fuel right now.
Now, but the question is that a good strategy? Like, what do you think?
It's a hard call. It depends on how long he can keep going. He was one of the 3 trucks that came down pit road during the first yellow.
Okay. So he does have that little bump.
But he's already on lap 36 of his fuel tank right now. So he's already, I'd say, probably going to have to come in and maybe a lap or 2. Especially with the fact that he was driving, since he was driving solo with no draft partner for a little bit. As I'm hearing now, he's going to be coming down pit road this time.
All right. Well, that will complete.
So we'll see how he. We'll see where he ends up, but here he comes.
And Philip said, "Smart move."
Yes, for going down onto the apron like that to make it down pit road, it is indeed smart, especially even communicating over the voice comms of when you are pitting.
Yeah, and I think, and he actually said something about that. He said if the warning isn't out for pitting, there will be another caution. Very quick transition. So,
Yes.
That's definitely a very smart thing to do.
Now, Larry is dropping down the order. But then again, he was part of the second pack whenever the pack got split up into two.
But that does leave Joseph Tucker out in our first position again, along with Balin Powell in second, Matthew Worrell in third. Nope, Matthew Worrell is actually battling for the second place spot right now. He's taking the outside, trying to get his lead to stick. Oh, little bit of a bump there.
That was...
Oh, he's not shooting for second. He's shooting for first.
Yes. Now, they could decide as a pack, if they communicate, to just... They could just chill out and just ride for a little bit.
Now, is it just me, or is the 79 blinking a little bit?
He is indeed blinking, which may be another reason why he'd be up there on the high line.
I hate it when that happens. Poor guys.
Now, I do want to note, we do see 5 trucks in this front pack here, but just to know, Christopher Nice and that 77 Swedish Fish truck is a lap down. So he's just riding in the back to probably just avoid any incident that happens if there is one. Because iRacing has a very nice feature in regards to their Lucky Dog system. If you are a lap down, I don't know if you know this, Mark. If you are a lap down during a race that allows lucky dogs, if whenever the yellow comes out you have anything contact-wise or more, or go off the track, an incident point of any kind, you lose your ability to have your lucky dog position.
Ooh, okay.
Even if it is a bump draft.
See, I didn't know
because that brings up what is known as a 0x. Lets you know that there's contact, but it's not hard enough to be a problem. But it will count that as possibly being part of the incident or a incident.
Got it.
So have your lucky dog be taken away and be given to the next person. If there is a next person. If there's not, then no one gets a lucky dog. Now, we do want to apologize to anyone in the chat, especially you, Philip, since you've been chatting a lot. We are just now seeing on the broadcast the 12 make his pit stop. So we're a bit delayed, but it was a nice, clean stop for him. He's currently in 5th place. He is in a pack. He is in that second pack, but there's not much up. What is happening? Oh, I'm showing the 43 and the 3 are off the pace. They're coming down pit road.
Well, that's weird.
I am going to go back and see if something happened in between these two. Something has.
All right, I'm going to bring you up side by side and we can check out what happened.
Being in the second pack here, watching with the 3 truck here, plus look at the 51. Look how loose he got. Oh, the 43 got a lot of damage. The 43 got a lot of damage out of that. '51 got loose. And just 43 trying to avoid it, slammed into the wall. Okay, hold on. Here we go. And then in the tri-oval, it appears that the 3 just misjudged due to that optical illusion I talked about and slapped the outside wall. And it looks like it severely damaged both the looks like the 3 and the 43 both got such severe damage that they brought their trucks down pit road.
Dang. That does. And no cautions have been called for that.
Yes. So I am overhearing word of something else.
What's that?
I am overhearing on the race comms possible warnings coming out to drivers about going below the red line in the tri-oval.
Uh-oh. And you were saying earlier that that's a no-go anyway, so...
Yes. Now, I like that optical illusion. I have seen some race controls be very lenient if it's just the slight cut on the tri-oval sections. But some can actually be... Well, it also depends on how much they were cutting. I didn't see how much they were. Because we were looking back at what happened to the 43 and the 3. So maybe they're just getting a little bit of warning. I am seeing the 13 just touching that red line. I would say that's allowed, because you can do that in the corners. But that is an interesting scenario if that does happen. Ooh, 17, I think got loose out of the corner, was halfway down the red line there.
Yeah, I saw that. And so Super Skittles says, let's go Team MBC. And Philip said Tucker is strong. He definitely is out here tonight. But he has got a good push from Valen Powell and Cody Brown. Heck, he's also got a push by Matthew Worrell and Christopher Nice. So definitely running a good little single file, getting they're getting good draft off of him, but he is still getting a good push off of them as well.
Yes. They are starting to catch up to the 51 of James Morado.
Mandarood.
How do you pronounce his last name?
James
Marood?
Mandarood.
Mandarood. I apologize.
And M. King says,
but
let's go RPM.
We've got the team, probably got some teammates calling out for their drivers.
That's the way to go. I love having people.
We're about to cross the halfway mark.
Yes, we are. And it has been a clean race so far. You know, a couple of incidents here and there.
But they've done a great job, especially these 5 right here, just staying single file, maintaining their spacing.
Definitely love watching these guys. I'm going to try to back off a little bit and go a little farther back to, looks like Ken Forrest and Mandarood. And that's going to be in the 5th and 6th position. And these guys are riding, you know, front to back, definitely. Getting some good racing in, but staying, you know, back far enough to Well, let me see. How far back are they? Oh, Cantoris. Ooh, okay. He's quite a bit back. Now, are the leaders close to catching these guys?
They're getting closer and closer. The gap now to 3 seconds, I'm seeing. Now about to be 2.5. They've been gaining on them about half a second a lap here.
All right, well, we had passed our halfway mark a few laps ago. We're on lap 62 of 120 here in the New Atlanta with Old Glory Truck Series. We've got 6 viewers out there with us on the stream. Thank you guys for showing up. And Philip Willis actually said Tucker will be a sitting duck if he isn't watching his mirror.
That is very true.
The pack is hungry for the lead. Yes, they are.
They have now caught up to this pack. And it looks like those two are going to be going on the high line here, giving them space.
I love the integrity in racing. You know, when you're racing clean like this.
And I hope a certain noise wasn't coming through my microphone there the past 5 minutes.
I didn't hear anything.
I am hearing a squealing from, I believe, a fan in my PC. Which isn't good.
No, that is not good. I hope everything is okay.
I think it's either like a cable has started brushing up against the blade, or need to do a little bit of cleaning.
Oh, you always clean. I clean my my PC once a week.
I think the recommendation is to do it like every 2 months.
That's fine. But I do it once a week.
I have not done. I don't think I have cleaned this case since I got it.
Well, like most people with their high-performance race cars, they keep that car immaculate. Well, I don't have a high-performance race car. I have a high-performance computer. I try to keep it.
Now, we are getting close again. As I'm actually overhearing word right now that the 13 will be coming down pit road this time.
Awesome. So I wonder if the rest of the guys are going to go ahead and take that as a sign. But if not, I mean, we had a very good green flag, pit run last time.
Yes. And the 51 is coming down with him. 51 does have some right rear damage, probably from when he got loose earlier today.
Well, that's going to leave Balin Powell up in our top spot, followed by Cody Brown in second, Warall in third, Tucker still in that fourth spot. Ooh, 77 of Nice just went down below that red line for just a fraction of a second.
Yes. I am overhearing word that actually the warnings have been lifted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So probably it was just more of a clarification than anything.
Could have been.
As I'm watching the 51 almost spin out on pit exit. That is the one danger for any track of trying to turn on a flat surface, especially on fresh tires. but I believe the 13 and Joseph Tucker had no choice but to come down pit road because of running so low on fuel. He was leading the pack pretty much from the moment he got back out on the track.
Oh, and actually, look in the chat. Super Skittles said that 79 has his teammate behind him, and he can make a move if he wanted to. The question
Very
is,
true.
are they going to?
The 11 is coming down pit road.
Ooh, and he got sideways bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, Balin Powell got
Did
a good
job saving that.
Yeah, he did, and he is down to speed, so he is doing the correct speed there. Definitely gets tricky sometimes.
Yes. I'm overhearing the 77 is coming down this time with Christopher Nice.
Oh, and Philip Willis said to use dryer sheets to keep the dust out. Thank you.
I could
clean it every week.
That's not a bad one.
But looks like so Balin Powell, Christopher Nice in the pit. Leaving only 2 trucks on your lead lap.
Those being Cody Brown in 17 and 79 of Matthew Warhol. They were the last 2 to come down pit road last time. Still got Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol up in here in the lead. Got Larry Contreras Jr. behind him. And I'm overhearing word that Cody Brown's going to be coming down pit road. 79's probably going to follow him. We may even see Larry come down pit road this time. We'll have to wait and see on that, because I was actually wrong. Larry was the last one to come down pit road, but he's a lap down right now from the leaders, as both the 17 and 79 come down pit road right now. Looks like both of them got down to pit road speed well enough. It is going to leave the 12 of Larry Contreras Jr. He'll take over the lead, but he still has to come down pit road. Here comes Larry around into turn 1 to take the lead. He's probably going to be out there for maybe another lap or 2 before coming in.
Definitely a smart move on his part.
Yes. The only problem is that he doesn't have any help. I'm overhearing word that the 79 actually ran his truck dry.
Oh, ow. But he is back out there now.
Larry has come down pit road, that making it now be the 13 of Joseph Tucker be the leader. Currently trying to get around Christopher Alkire in that 43 truck, and the 3 of Chris Isaac, who looks to be trying to block a little bit to try to stay on the lead lap. It is a close one. But it looks like the leaders are all taking that outside lane.
No, block him, Chris. Get him.
Looks like Joseph Tucker will clear Chris Isaacs in turn 4.
Yeah, but Chris is not giving up easily.
No. Looks like he may go to the outside lane for a moment and got loose.
So definitely a good little pack up there. Even though Chris Isaacs is, just now a lap down, you've got Tucker, Isaacs, Balin Powell, Cody Brown, and Matthew Worrell. Oh, no, you don't have Worrell. Who is everybody here?
I'm getting a very funny call from someone on the backstretch. There's debris on the track.
What?
Trying to get a yellow to come out. That is an old term from NASCAR drivers in real life, that they would try to be making calls whenever they'd get close to being put a lap down, saying that there was debris on the field so they wouldn't get lapped.
Oh, okay.
That is an old term, as Chris Isaacs is on the apron. Saves it.
Oh, looks like he is slowing down to go ahead and let these guys get past.
Or he's coming down pit road. Did he just do what I think he just had happen?
Well, I don't know, because unlike you, I am not psychic, sir.
I'm currently looking. He is just...
No, nothing happened that I saw. He literally just dropped straight down.
Yeah. For a moment, I believed he had run out of fuel. Because I know that Chris Isaacs and the 43 of Christopher Alkire both are due to come back down pit road any lap now.
Oh, yeah, 32 laps. I see that now. And pulling up our pit strategy, these guys are quite varied in their pit strategy here.
Yes. It is an interesting one. Seeing Joseph Tucker with 16 laps, Balin Powell 12, Cody Brown 8, Matthew Worrell 8, Larry with 6, James with 15, Christopher Alkire with 33, and I think I see him slowing. He possibly slowing down right now? No, it looks like just from the cameras.
Philip Willis said business is about to pick up.
Yep. The 43 has just made the call. He's coming in this time by. Leaving just 3 trucks in that lead pack. Being Joseph Tucker in the 13, Balin Powell in the 11, and Cody Brown in the 17.
And then the nearest to them is Matthew Worrell. Now, he is only about 2 seconds back. So
and he has Larry in the 12 truck as his friend to help out here.
Yeah, it looks like...
I say friend, like more partner, but yeah.
I mean, you be friends and partners.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if they are friends or not, so that's why I went to partners.
So here we are, 87 laps in out of 120. It has been a great race so far.
Yeah, it's been very clean, except a few incidents in the beginning, like 30 laps. But since then, we've been truly green the whole rest of the time. It's like Christopher Alkire's still in the pits.
Honestly, I'm wondering if we should pull him up and see what is going on.
I can tell you exactly what's going on. He entered pit road with the pit road speed limit being 45. He entered it at 70. So he had a black flag for speeding in pit road.
Oh,
unfortunately. I'm hearing word that out of the sim there is no bad blood between the 12 and the 79.
Which is always good.
Because at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun. Speaking of fun, didn't even realize the 12 and the 79 have caught this pack.
Oh, yeah. Now we've got a good little pack up at the front. You've got your first, let's see, first 5. You got Tucker, Balin Powell, Cody Brown, Worrell, and Cantoris all up there. And you've got,
only problem is,
looks like Larry is trying to get his position back.
Larry is a lap down from these 4.
Yeah, but if you look, he's going to the high line. He might be thinking about getting around these guys and getting his lap back the hard way.
He could. Now, the only true factor I would say in regards to Larry, you may want to just save some fuel being behind these 4. Try to go as long as he can, because I would say we are almost, or actually no, we are. We're within the fuel window for one final stop.
Yeah, but I do believe that they're going to save it a little bit more.
Yes, that doesn't mean they're going to pit now. They'd probably wait until the end of their fuel tank to come down. But it will be what is known as the money stop for them. Do I have to explain that one?
No.
Okay.
Oh, and as it sits, Super Skittles says, as it sits, anyone in the top 4 have no teammates on the same lap.
Interesting. So it's the standard Super Speedway rule. You get with who you've been racing with the whole time. Because that's one thing with Super Speedways. You could get a partner that isn't your teammate because of how good they are at either pushing or being pushed. It's all what you would see at the beginning, and you'd use that info to now.
Yeah. And
there have been times I have been selected by other drivers, and they tried fighting for me to push them down the straightaway.
Well, you know what they say, man. Teamwork makes the dream work. It really does.
Yes.
And Philip Willis out there said the 11 is actually getting a little pushy on them, on the lead truck.
Yeah, it looks like he is pushing the 13 down the straightaway. It does appear that the broadcast is coming up to where it should be in regards to delay. I say that we're still like roughly 7 laps behind on the broadcast delay, but still doing pretty good here. Coming up to 25 laps to go this time by. Joseph Tucker's still leading the race here, but the problem is he's been out there for 29 laps now. So he's probably going to be coming up close to where his final stop will be.
Well, I hope some of these guys don't pit too late.
Yes.
You know?
But I will say that, looking here, it's all going to be based on when they pit. Now, they could all try to pit on the same lap, knowing that they are on the final pit stop. And that could make it even more interesting.
Yeah, with such
They're passing the 43 of Christopher Alcar. As I'm overhearing word of people going to be coming down pit road. That being the 51 and the 3.
Yep. So Mandarud and Isaacs are in pit, but we're still waiting on our leaders to pit of Joseph Tucker, Balin Powell, Cody Brown, and Warhol. And we have literally just got 22 laps to go in this race. So it's coming down to the wire where you know they're not going to make it all the way. So are they going to, come in too soon?
I wouldn't.
I would say it would
It's
be
all
too
going to be
late
based on the draft. All based on the draft and who's there to help them.
Oh, it looks like we've got
13
Tucker
coming down this time.
And Balin
The
Powell.
11. That's going to leave Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol the leaders of the pack. This is going to be the make or break moment.
Yeah, but then very little known is you've got Cantoris right there. So when these guys go down, depending on how long they're in the pit, that gives him a good chance to jump up the rankings.
Yes.
It looks like Joseph Tucker's already out of the pit. So he is coming back up onto the track. And Skittles says the 79 needs a great stop to have a chance to get his first league win tonight. That would be Matthew Warhol.
Have to wait and see how this goes. Right now, we're just here waiting for what happens next. Now, Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol did pit together last time by. They are working their lap 27 on this fuel tank. I would expect them to maybe come down, I'd say, in 7 laps.
Yeah, but if you come down in 7 laps, you've got 11 laps to go in the race. Is that enough time to get back up into a good position?
It depends. Are they going to take only fuel, or are they going to take tires? Because that is a strategy they could pull. They could try to make it be a fuel-only stop and not be down pit road as long.
And we still got Warhol blinking just a tiny bit. So here we are with 16 laps to go in Atlanta with the Old Glory Truck Series. We've got Cody Brown in first, Warhol in second, Cantoris in third, Joseph Tucker in fourth, Balin Powell in fifth, James Mandarud in sixth, Chris Isaacs in seventh, Chris Nice in third, Christopher are in eighth, third. Why did I say third? Christopher Nice in eighth, Christopher Alkire in ninth.
Now here's another interesting scenario. Joseph Tucker, I believe, did only take fuel that time.
Now
I'm showing that his total pit time was 32.3 seconds. where Balin Powell, who pit with him, had a pit time of 38.7, which has been on average as everyone else. Which tells me that Joseph Tucker might have not taken tires.
Yeah, but is that going to affect him in a negative way? If he,
But right now it is. He has no help. He's losing time to the leaders right now and actually getting caught up with a pack.
Yep, you see Mandarud, Isaacs, and Balin Powell passing.
Yep. Another downside for the 13 now is that he is on older tires that have already gone through one whole fuel stint. So he's going to have his truck be really loose if he wasn't saving those tires.
Yeah, and you actually saw him got a little loose right there behind Powell.
Yes, so this is going to be interesting for him of his call. Still got Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol leading the first pack, the main pack, I'll say.
And they're the only two trucks on the lead lap right now. So literally,
coming up to their overhearing word, Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol will be coming down pit road this time.
Good. I hope that gives them enough time to make a good finish. I always worry about pitting too late because, you get put down in the rankings. Do you have the ability to come up that quickly?
We'll have to wait and see. If you want to pull up side by side, I could watch as the 79 locks it up. Did he make it into speed in time? I can go back and watch this other pack, the pack that will catch him, to see if Joseph Tucker and Balin Powell actually will pass him.
All right, and I've got it on Cody Brown right now in the pit. And Matthew Warhol as well. Ooh, looks like Cody Brown might have only taken fuel there. And, Cody Brown and Matthew Warhol, neither one of those two lost their position.
Not yet. They're getting up to speed right now. As they're splitting the field and wrecking the 1179 around.
And here we are with 9 laps to go. That was definitely not... Oh, caution is called.
Let me know when you have side by side ready.
Oh, no, I'm still side by side, sir.
Okay. To go over this incident really quick, riding with Balin Powell, or watching from him, we see that the 79 is come out on pit road, goes to the outside thinking that all of those cars at speed were going to go to his inside. Probably panicked him and sent him down into the path of the 11 of Balin Powell and just nowhere for him to go.
Ow.
Got heavy damage to that 11 car. Luckily, he does have fast repairs to use.
And he is heading down pit road now, so he might be go ahead and utilizing that and then jumping back up before the green goes back out. We are 7 laps to go here.
Question's now going to be, what do they do now?
It's going to be a shootout for the finish, sir. The only way to go. The only way to go. Now, if the question is anyone going to get the lucky dog?
I believe Larry did.
So that does leave the top 3 on the lead lap. Everyone else is still a lap down, at least one. You got Warhol and Powell are 1 lap down. Mandarud looks to be 2 laps. Isaacs is 3. Nice is 3. And Alkire is 5 laps out. And Philip Willis said the 12 should be leading the race. Unfortunately, he is
that
right
was the case. He came down pit road with the leaders.
Yes, he did.
It's going to make it that these front 2, Cody Brown, Joseph Tucker, leading this, being the only cars on the lead lap, with Larry being at the back of this pack. See him back there in the 12 truck.
Oh, yeah.
Pace car lights are out. We'll have 5 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, it's going to be a shootout for sure. We're going to go back
As I
full
am
screen for
quickly
this.
double checking something. I just double checked. We have 3 green, white checkers.
All right, that's a good thing to know. Thank you for that.
And it appears that my screen for you is being very, very laggy, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I went back to full screen for the rest of the race here, unless we have another incident. But all right, we are about ready to go back green flag racing here in the New Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now we are in the final 5 laps. We have got Cody Brown in first so far. Looks like him and Tucker got a pretty identical restart.
Now, I'd like to mention something that is also an interesting fact. Both of these cars on the lead lap did not take tires when they came down pit road.
I didn't think so either, because of the quickness of their pit. And another yellow is out. Looks like Christopher Alkire had an incident. Ooh, so he was doing good. It looks like he got a little loose, went into the wall, and then into Warhol in the 79. Ooh, and Chris Isaacs also got pulled in a little bit on the front right.
Yeah, the 43 just looked like he went to go around the outside and just nowhere for him to go.
So we'll be on our first green-white checker attempt when the pace car gets off the track.
Yes. And I will have to step away just for a quick moment.
That is not a problem.
But I will be back.
All right, well, pace car lights are off. So when we get back to it, we are going to be a literal green-white checker situation. And we have got Cody Brown in first, Joseph Tucker in second, Larry Kantoris in third, Balin Powell in fourth, Matthew Warhol in fifth, James Manderud in sixth, Christopher Nice in seventh, Chris Isaacs in eighth, and Christopher Alkire in ninth. Definitely looking at a good little shootout for the final few laps here. And unfortunately, Philip, we don't say crunch here. You know, I'm notorious for sound effect. But we are back green flag racing. We have got 2 laps to go here in Atlanta with the Old Glory Truck Series. Go ahead and get my tower off, get the ticker up so we have a full view of the field. We have got Joseph Tucker in the first position and Cody Brown side by side battling it out, looking to see who is going to take it tonight.
Yes, and Larry is right there with him, so he could probably help out either one of these. Balin Powell coming up the field. So it's going to be side by side coming to the white flag.
Oh, yeah, the white flag is out. We've got Cody Brown and Joseph Tucker still battling for that first spot. This is going to be a close finish for us tonight.
Go in there.
Looks like
Joseph Tucker is going to clear Cody Brown to the inside. Cody going to the outside lane. No help. Oh,
and no time.
Slight contact there.
Oh,
and it's going to be Joseph Tucker at the line.
Yeah, Joseph Tucker.
For the win of this race.
Yep, he did. And he actually, on the restart, he lost ground, but he made it up.
An amazing job by him.
All right, so we've got Balin Powell. All right, Cody Brown. Looking to see. I don't see him right now. So since I do not see him, I am going to bring nobody else. All right. All right. So Grant, do you want to interview Balin Powell or Joseph Tucker?
I'll go for Balin Powell.
All right, we're going to bring up Mr. Powell. He is our third place finisher tonight. Balin, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You did an amazing job getting P3 today. What was your thought process on that last restart?
I had a few teammates helping me out along the way, kind of coaching me through it. Just sucks I got wrecked right there at the end, but I was just trying to get back and at least get a podium or maybe fight for the win, but we'll take P3.
So what was your whole entire strategy for the whole race, though? So
we
a lot
were
of different
just,
ones.
Yeah, I was following the first two. I went by myself because I was just running it dry, and luckily track's so short that we catch back up with each other. And me, Cody, and Joseph would all link back together. Then on the last one, Joseph he ducks off real early, so I just waited out a little longer and ducked down in pit road and beat him out. So that's all we had.
All right. Did anything else interesting happen during the race for you?
No, that was it.
All right. Well, as being part of the top 3, you do get all the shout-outs you get. So is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I thank Menderud Racing for letting me race with them for this race since my teammate of RPM was gone. Super cool guys. Helped out a ton just on running and helping each other, and for Old Glory and y'all for broadcasting.
Well, thank you so much. We'll send you back over to the waiting room so you could cool off and maybe look at some replays.
Have a good night.
All right. So I am, again, not seeing Cody Brown. So we are going to bring up, actually, you know what? We have got a biggest mover. We're going to bring up Larry Cantoris.
All right.
Hey, Larry, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How y'all doing?
Doing pretty good. Now, you did get biggest mover of the race tonight.
Very nice.
So, tell us, how did the race go for you? Had a couple of last minute, cautions. So, did that mess you up?
Right. No, it really didn't mess me up. I was all right. It's just that last restart, I definitely did not get the jump that I needed, and it just, that put me out of contention.
Well, but you still did get, biggest mover, so that puts you in the booth with us. And do you have any shout-out for us this evening?
Obviously, just want to thank the sponsors, my Flowers Wildlife Control, Mandarood Racing. Thank the league sponsors, obviously, Genesis Aviation and Admin Box and Racing Paints. And other than that, of course, you guys in the booth and all that you do for us, broadcasting for us.
Well, and it's fun every week, Larry. So, man, it was good talking to you up in the booth. Thank you for coming in. And, hey, good luck next week. Looks like, let's see what we got going up. Bristol.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
All right, y'all. Thanks again. Y'all have a great night, and thank you again.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one.
All right. So now we are bringing up Mr. Joseph Tucker. Mr. Tucker, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. And even Philip Willis in the comments said, congrats, Tucker. Good finish. You were strong all night.
Yeah, I was. I really tried. And it looks like it paid off, to be honest.
Well, it did because you're in first place. So you're on the pole. You're sitting here in the booth with us. Now, what we do is anytime you are on the pole or on the podium, you get all the shout outs you want to give. But first, what was your strategy for the evening? And did it work?
I can tell you my strategy did work. It was just to pit a couple laps before those guys with 7 laps of fuel, because I heard over the radio someone had 7 laps of fuel. So I was just trying to pit before them and see if I can beat them coming to the line as soon as they started pitting. And that kind of helped me all night when they pitted, because it unlapped me. So I don't really know. It did work, I can tell you that, like I said.
Well, thanks for coming in with us, man. So do you have any shout outs for this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Project Racing for giving me this beautiful ride, and also Motorsports for being on my side the entire time. Reaper Speed Lab for the amazing setups. LB for all the amazing energy drinks they made. Use code Rejects Racing for 10% off. Let's see, Asphalt Media, they've helped me a lot. StoreMCM.com, that's where I got this beautiful scheme from. And let's see, I have one more. I can't read it. And also the number 13 team. We've worked hard all day.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for coming up into the booth with us. And I hope you have a good evening. And what is it? Is it the weekend yet? Yeah. So a good rest of your weekend.
Yeah. Yep, you too, man. I'll see you guys later.
All righty. All right, Grant. Well, that was the new Atlanta. Knocked out 120 laps here. So I want to.
The time went by so fast.
Yeah, you probably got a good 10 minutes before you go to work.
I don't work tonight.
I know, I'm messing with you. But all right, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out with us. It was a great race here in Atlanta. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your night, and God bless everyone.
You all have a good one. Stay safe.